Welcome back to another fascinating episode for all the coin lovers and collectors out there. Today, we're taking a deep and detailed look at one of Australia's most iconic pieces of currency, the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but once we explore its history, design, and condition, you'll realize there's a lot more to appreciate than meets the eye. So sit back, relax, and let's uncover the full story behind this classic Australian coin. The 20-cent coin has been part of Australian currency since decimalisation in 1966, replacing the old shilling system. By 1978, it had already established itself as a familiar and essential part of everyday transactions. Minted from copper-nickel alloy, the coin carried a silvery appearance, though in circulated condition. That shine often gives way to a more muted tone with touches of gray or pale blue from oxidation and handling. On the obverse side, the coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This particular effigy was used on Australian coins from 1966 until 1984. Making the 1978 version part of that classic era. The Queen is shown wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a timeless symbol of British royalty that connects Australia's history to the Commonwealth. Turning the coin over, we reach the reverse side, where we find one of Australia's most beloved animals, the platypus. This incredible design was created by sculptor Stuart Devlin, whose work appeared on all Australian decimal coins. The platypus swims gracefully through rippling water, captured in a dynamic motion that still impresses collectors decades later. The 1978 minting was part of regular circulation, meaning millions of these coins were produced. However, when you hold a circulated piece today, you're not just holding a piece of metal. You're holding a small piece of history that passed through countless hands, across cities and generations. Each scratch, tone, and mark tells its own silent story. In a color-circulated condition, this coin displays a soft blend of silver gray, light brown, and faint copper hues caused by years of exposure to air, oils, and natural wear. Sometimes, small spots of toning appear, adding character and uniqueness to each individual coin. These color changes are often appreciated by collectors who value originality over artificial shine. Even though the 1978 20-cent coin doesn't contain precious metals, its historical and sentimental value continues to grow. It's a reminder of the late 1970s, a time when Australian currency was still adjusting to its decimal transition, and designs like Devlin's were celebrated for their artistic and national significance. Collectors often look for key details when examining a 1978 20-cent coin. The clarity of the Queen's portrait, the sharpness of the platypus features, and the condition of the lettering all play a role in determining a coin's grade. A well-preserved circulated coin may show light wear on the Queen's hair and the platypus ripples, but the design remains clear and strong. Over time, this particular issue has remained a favorite among beginners in numismatics. It's affordable, easy to find, and full of character. Many collectors start their Australian coin journey with the 20-cent series, learning how to differentiate between mint marks, errors, and condition levels. Interestingly, no mint mark appears on standard 1978 circulation coins, meaning they were struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. Special versions such as proof or uncirculated editions were made for collectors. But the regular 1978 coins are the true workhorses of Australia's monetary history. While the coin's face value remains 20 cents, its real worth lies in its story. Imagine how many hands it has passed through, how many purchases it has helped make, and how many pockets it has jingled in over the decades. It's more than currency, it's a silent witness to everyday Australian life from the late 20th century onward. When viewed under bright light, The platypus design reveals intricate details. From the ripples of water to the gentle curve of its bill. Even in circulated condition, that craftsmanship stands out. Devlin's attention to detail ensured the coin would look beautiful whether brand new or worn from decades of use. Collectors sometimes clean circulated coins, but professionals strongly advise against it. The natural patina of a circulated 1978 coin gives it character and authenticity. Cleaning can scratch or damage the surface, reducing both its beauty and value. So, if you have one, it's best to preserve it in its current state. Many hobbyists display this coin in albums alongside other years, tracing how the design evolved over time. From 1966 through to modern issues, the 20-cent coin remains almost unchanged, showing how timeless the platypus motif truly is. The 1978 20-cent coin also serves as a cultural symbol, representing Australia's love of native wildlife and its pride in distinct identity. The platypus, being one of the world's most unusual mammals, reflects Australia's uniqueness perfectly. Even though this coin is common, certain era coins from 1978 can fetch higher prices. Variations like off-center strikes, double rim edges, or weakly struck features are rare and interesting finds for dedicated collectors. In circulated condition, this coin might not sparkle like a proof version, but that's what gives it soul. Every small blemish, every smoothed out surface speaks of time and history, qualities that make vintage coins fascinating to study. Today, collectors worldwide recognize the Australian 20-cent coin as one of the most beautiful modern coin designs.